Fresh mentors.
Hi, my name is Mayukh, and I am a student of the Economics Department of St. Xavier's College, Calcutta. And this is my presentation for Fresh Mentors. So I'll be basically addressing the question of mid-semesters, right? So as a student of the second semester, my mid-semesters just got over. So as a prospective person looking for a college, what you need to know about mid-semester exams is that either they're periodic or they take place at one shot, right? For example, this college has three departments: the day department, the morning department, and the evening department. So in the morning department, for the BCom boys, which is all boys, their mid-semester exams are held on a weekly basis, that is like every Saturday, right? And even for the evening BCom department, it's held on a weekly basis. But for us people in the day department, that is the science and the arts departments, we have our mid-sems at one go, right? So we'll have 5 papers and a paper each day. So the basic thing that any person making the transition from school to college needs to know about mid-semesters is that the age-old system of last-minute studying, right, which you used to do in school and you used to manage pretty well, doesn't really work in college. And I'm saying this from personal experience, right? I'm saying this because I performed pretty horribly in the first mid-semester exams that I took because I believed that I could study it last minute, right? So it helps you out very nicely if you can possibly stay in touch with the lectures which are being given in class and possibly stay up to date, because then you don't rush it at the time of mid-semesters, because as you know, mid-semesters take place a period of say 1 month after your term starts, and then again there's the issue of group study or individual study. See, the way I see it, you should obviously be going for the method which you are comfortable with, right? For example, I as a student, there are certain portions of my syllabus which I don't really understand that well even after attending lectures. So for those particular portions, I'll make sure I do group study, right? I'll go to the library, I'll hire a cubicle and I'll ask some of my classmates to come with me and we can have a discussion, and you know, I can follow that up at home when I'm studying individually. So yes, group studies is something which is essentially very important when you're trying to study for your mid-semester exams. So mid-semester exams aren't really taken extremely seriously by students, but I believe they should. Now, why do I say this, right? Out of the 100 marks that are allotted to you for your honors papers or your past papers, a total of 15% is taken from your mid-semester exams. Now, you would say that this doesn't really carry a lot of weightage, but when it comes down to getting a first-class degree or a second-class degree, or say you getting an arrear or failing in a paper or managing to pass that paper, it's very imperative that you seize every single mark that you get, right? And in this scenario, mid-semesters is easy marks, right? Because mid-semester papers aren't really that difficult as compared to the end-semester papers. And the correction to some extent is also pretty lenient, right? So in this kind of situation, if you're not studying diligently enough for your mid-semesters, you're the one who's missing out, right? So when you come into the college, usually what tends to happen is after your end semester exams, you tend to slack off, right? And it's very important that this doesn't happen. It's very important that you keep up a level of consistency even after your end sems, such that you manage your mid-semester exams, right? Such that you make sure that you don't do extremely badly in your mid-semesters. Because what essentially it does is, if you're doing very badly in your mid-semesters, it piles up a lot of pressure when you're actually going and sitting for the end semesters. And trust me on this one, the end semesters are really tough. Because at that time you will not have that much of time to recollect all your notes and everything, right? So it happens very hurriedly. So what I'd suggest is periodically keep up to date with your studies. That is, if you're having mid-semesters at one go. If you're having mid-semesters every Saturday like the BCom department, then either way you will have to keep in touch with your studies. But it's very important that you don't look at it in a way in which you'll be saying that, yeah, I'll manage my studies in the last week, because that's what I tried doing, right? Because in school, whenever I used to take my school board examinations or something else, I used to give myself a period of say 7 months or a month where I'd seven days, pardon me, or a month where I'd go all out studying, right, day and night. But that doesn't really help you in college. So to make it smoother for you and for your career, for your academic interests, it's very important that you treat your mid-semester exams with a certain level of importance, which is something which several freshers, right, people who are coming into college new, don't do, which they realize later, and they start doing it from like the 3rd semester or the 4th semester. But this actually means that you lose out on some precious marks, right? And as we all know, each mark counts a lot, because at the end of the day, when in your 3rd year you're getting a degree, even the marks from the 1st year pile up and contribute, right? So this is the point where you need to take notice of this, right? When you're coming into the college environment, me for example, I was in this very school, right, St. Xavier's Collegiate School for 12 years, and then I made the transition to college. But then again, you can't stick to the patterns which you do stick to in school, right? So it's very important that you make this transition. Apart from this, I think that Fresh Mentors is a very good initiative, like because of the fact that you as a prospective person can get direct insight from me and not hear stuff from your peers about what actually happens in college. Yeah, so basically, thanks a lot for giving me this opportunity to take part in this exercise, and I believe this is a very fruitful and ingenious idea, you know, because of the fact that you will not only be hearing stuff from your peers about what college is all about, but you'll be getting a direct insight, and that too sitting at home. So with that, thank you.